Today, you will be part of transforming our world and all of your relationships and experiences. When I was 23 years old, I saw spiritual author and teacher Gary Zukav on the Oprah Winfrey Show. And that first show that I saw him on, his first appearance on Oprah, completely changed my life. On that show, he mentioned focusing on myself, bringing my attention inside of myself rather than focusing on what someone else was doing and focusing outside of myself. On that show, he proposed the idea of not only focusing on myself, but doing something different the next time I was behaving in a way that I wanted to change, in a way that wasn't working well for me in my life. At that time, when I was 23, I had a 2-year-old son, and I was in a relationship with his father, and we were both college students, and I was under so much stress and just so much fear. Only I didn't fully realize how stressed I was, and I kept focusing on my son's father, trying to get him to change and be different. I would get really angry at him, try to manipulate and control him. I was focusing on how he wasn't being how I needed him to be. I needed him to help me more, and just, the list could go on and on. So I would just get very angry and forceful with him. So the next time that emotion came up in me, I decided to do something different. I decided to focus on what was I feeling? Why was I so angry? What was really going on within me? And I went in the other room, and I was just enraged. I just wanted so much to do what I normally did, and that was to yell and to scream and try to convince him that my perspective was right and that he was wrong. So I just sat and I focused on my body, and I could just feel how tight and tense everything felt in my body, and just this rage flowing through me. And I was like, what is going on with me? And I decided to just ask myself some questions. Why was I so angry? What fear was I experiencing? It was in that moment for the first time that I noticed how scared I was to be a young parent and to be a college student and to have all these dreams, like the dream of doing this video right now, and the fear that I wasn't going to be able to do it, that I wasn't capable. I felt alone. I felt separate. I felt just extreme panic that I wasn't going to be okay, and that I somehow needed my son's dad to be different in order for me to feel okay. So instead of acting how I normally acted, I looked inside and got in touch with this fear of what really was going on with me. So then I said to Travis, that's his name, I was like, Travis, this is really what's going on for me. I'm scared to death of being a young parent. Am I going to be able to be the kind of parent that I want to be? I'm feeling inadequate, and like I need you to be a certain way in order for me to feel okay. And I started sharing these things with him, sharing with him what was really going on with me, rather than trying to blame him for it and judge him for not being how I needed him to be. And it completely changed our relationship. And we went on to develop just such a connection. We're just able to be real with each other and share what's really going on, rather than trying to be angry or upset with one another. Then I started to apply this with my parents, with other people in my life, just every aspect of my daily life, where I was working. I've since that age and prior to that and since then, been in the role of being a support person for people, and I became a therapist. And I use this approach with the people during the therapy sessions, because a lot of people want to focus on their partner or their child, and they'll come to me and say, what can I do? How do I change this person because they're driving me nuts? Or if this person was just different, then my life would be better. And so I always support them in directing the focus, bringing their awareness back inside of themselves, and I help them get in touch with what's really going on for them. What is their fear? What is their fear maybe of being alone, feeling not good enough, feeling that somehow this person isn't behaving in the way that they need them to, so then they'll withhold their love and create distance. Or I'll notice that I'll do that too. And it's so amazing when I feel this pain go on in me, and I look at what I'm tempted to do from this place of fear, and I do something different, like just be honest and share what's going on for me. It helps to release that distance, and it creates such connection and love and intimacy with another soul to share what's really going on for me. So it's moving beyond what we normally have done in this human experience of judging each other, blaming each other, withholding love, waiting for the other person to change so then, we can then love them in the way that we really want to be. We all want to be loving, I think, but we're like, I'm going to withhold my love because you're not being how I think you need to be, so I'll just kind of wait for you to go first. And then look at what it's creating, right? It just creates the world that we don't want to live in: separation, distance, violence, destruction, war, people having upset in their relationships. So what I'm inviting you to do for the next 10 days is experiment with this. Don't just believe what I'm saying. Experiment with this. So the next time that you notice that you're focusing on someone else, judging, blaming them, withholding your love, trying to change them, stop. Just for a minute, stop. Go inside. Bring your awareness inside of yourself and look at what's really going on for you. What fear is happening for you in that moment? Ask yourself that question and really be honest with yourself. Feel how intense this emotion is in your body. For me, often it's anger. For you, it could be just completely feeling withdrawn and just wanting to pull inside of yourself and completely shut down and pull away. And then what I want you to do is do something different than what you normally would do, with the intention of just coming from the most healthy place that you can find in the moment if possible, but do something different. So if withholding love, judging and blaming worked, if that's what we were to do here on earth to create peace and love and joy and just this human experience inside of ourselves that we desire, then it would have worked by now. It would have worked by now. So do something different. Experiment. Do something different and see what that creates. You already know what your normal pattern creates. You already know that. So go down a different road. Choose another path, even though it might seem foreign or unfamiliar. Experiment, just for the sake of experimenting, for the next 10 days with doing this, and just see what you experience that's different than what you normally are used to experiencing. It's actually pretty awesome. And I would love to hear what you're learning, what you're discovering, what's happening for you. So I'm inviting you to share with me, connect with me. Share this with other people that you feel like would benefit from this message. Share this with people. Forward this on to the people that you love or people that you feel like would resonate with this. Because I am telling you what, when I heard Gary Zukav say on Oprah to focus on me, I had never even thought of that before. No one ever told me. All I knew to do was to focus on other people and what they were doing or could have been doing different. I was like, are you kidding me? That is like the most genius idea ever in the world. And I have been grateful enough to live most of my adult life since 23 years old with doing my best to do this. And it's hard. It is really hard. But every time I notice that I'm focusing outside of myself and I bring my awareness back within myself, oh my God, it completely transforms my whole experience and my relationships with other people. Completely makes a huge difference. So I'm excited to hear what happens for you in your life. So print out the document below, just as a reminder of what to do. Keep this sheet of paper handy for the next 10 days. Experiment with doing this whenever you remember to do it, in all of your experiences with as many people as possible. So please go out and help me with changing the world, because I'm telling you, this absolutely will. So thank you very much for watching, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you.